Orlando here. Why don't we have a look at the US dollar, the DXY, US dollar currency index for last week? I'm still very much a bull for on this market, on the US dollar. As you can see, we have been talking about this flag breakout for a while, and the US dollar just keeps on pushing higher. Why don't we have a look at the higher time frames? Because this is where we're going to have, or where we're going to find key levels where we can trade from. Right, so we have to go to the, I don't know, 4-day chart. Let's have a look. Actually, let's go to the weekly chart. Actually, let's go to the 2-week chart. Right, so the 2-week chart shows, right, at this key level, right here, the bottom on December 18th, 2000, and the highs on September 2002 being retested at the moment, right? This is where, what we saw some taking profit taking, I'm sorry. And I wouldn't say sellers, right? But definitely saw some selling pressure at this level, the 109, 15 to 109.20 on the DXY. So we keep on looking for buys on the US dollar, right? This is the key level that we are looking for first targets on a deep buy. So let's go back to the 2-week chart just to find some levels where we can trade from on a dip, right? The level that I'm interested in is this key level right here. Let me just thicken this chart out for you because this is what I'm looking at, right? As you can see here, this is the level where we saw buyers come in, right, to push price or to appreciate the US dollar for about 14%, right? So a dip, right, a 2000 to 2002 pivot. That's what I call it. That's what I have been calling it for a while. Let's go back to the daily chart, right? And one, yeah, it seems like this is the level where I will look for heavy buys, right? More so because this is um, June highs, right? The level that was broken with this massive daily candle. So we're looking at about from current prices or Friday's close about a 1.77% move to the downside. Now, I don't know if this is going to happen, but let's have a look at the 4-hour chart. Right, the 4-hour chart, I'm going to delete all of these Fibonacci's and this level right here. Yeah. So, on the 4-hour chart, this is what I'm looking at. This is the same level that I was talking about earlier, June highs. And on the 4-hour chart, seems like an extreme pullback, right? More so because it would completely and utterly break with the current structure of the market, right? But I really don't see. I really don't see another level that I would be comfortable deep buying with size, right? Now, having said that, let's go to the hourly chart because I want to show you guys something. Now, on the on the hourly chart, this level right here is a level that I would feel comfortable with buying US dollars, right? Now, let me tell you why um, I would be comfortable doing this, right? Just because if you notice, sorry, if you notice, right, this range right here just shows an area of demand, right? So this is the first key level or the first magnet level that I will be looking for. Yeah, I know that it will break with this low, but it really doesn't matter because if you notice here, for the past 1, 2, 3, 4, let's call it 5 sessions, price has been all over the place in the sense that the structure in this market on the past 5 sessions hasn't been trending, right? The green lines, dotted lines on my charts are the previous day's highs and lows. So if you notice, we don't have continuing higher daily highs and higher daily lows. Um, and so having said that, if price breaks with this low, really it doesn't matter because there's no structure. The real structure in this market should be this low, this low, this low, right? Continuing with the bullish stance. Right. The first, I'm sorry, this video is going a little bit longer than expected, but hear me out. First scenario would be a dip towards the 107 level on the DXY. I would be looking for longs on a dip here, right? On the markets that I trade the US dollar on. I haven't looked at, the markets that I trade the US dollar on, but, looking at US dollar Mexican peso, I see nothing. The USD, the USD is quite difficult to short on a US dollar long because we are trading around parity, right? But a very strong move on the USD, I believe, would bring, um, a sell-off here below parity. So yeah, let's move on and let's continue with the DXY. So the second scenario here would be the second scenario here would be a continuation higher on the DXY. So I don't have a trade idea for a continuation higher, just because we have this fake out right on the hourly. There's actually no level for me to trade off of a breakout, but the level that I just pointed out, the 108, the 108.55 to 108.60 would be a level that I would feel comfortable buying a breakout. Now, what I would want to see is the DXY in this case, right? Breaking above the Friday's highs, coming back towards the 108.50, and then holding that level, which would bring a nice risk to reward ratio opportunity. So those are my two scenarios. Of course, I am not looking for sales on the USD. And I'll keep you guys posted. Have a great trading week and be safe.